Okay, guys, listen up, please. Listen up. Now, if you're under the age of 21 and you haven't started a game yet this season, I need to put you out on loan, guys. So just go wait outside for me and someone will be along to claim you. What happens if you don't get claimed? Well, mate, if you can't get a loan to the 4th tier of Icelandic football, you might need to consider your career choice.
Syngjum saman til sigurs, hrópum áfram Grindavik. Og ég veit, við fagnum gerir dag.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on The Impossible Dream. Today it is Astana over 2 legs with a chance to get into the playoff for the Champions League group phase thing. And of course, if we win today, we know that there's a massive, it's like 3 million, 3.5 million just for playing in the Champions League playoffs. So a lot of money on the line for us today. And we've beaten Astana before, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, let's hope we can get this done. Now, transfer window has closed. We didn't sign anybody else, but we did send out a lot of our youngsters on loan down to our affiliate team, KFA, for the most part. There's a couple that have gone out to other teams as well. Now, they're a 3rd-tier side. What I really want is for them to become a 2nd-tier side. So, out on loan has gone Karasem. Now, most of these guys, Karasem, I don't think has a future with us. I don't think a lot of these guys do. This is one guy that I do think does have a future with us, though, Dag Bodjatsen, so we'll send him out there. This is basically 10 games out on loan. This guy's another guy that I think could have a future with us. Yeah, 10 games out on loan, playing in the 3rd tier, hopefully get them promoted, but if not, well, it's, you know, they're going to get gains for those for the last few months of the season here. Come back, be professionally trained again. But yeah, we'll just see what happens with these guys. There's a lot of potential that's gone out there. I'm hoping that it's going to be enough to get them across the line. And then Goodnason has gone out on loan, so he's at KA, who are a top flight team, so that's good for him. You'll notice his personality has changed from unambitious to resolute. So that's obviously a good thing. The mentoring has paid off for him. Now we just need to get him a little bit better, technically as much as anything, and he will be a useful squad player for us because he is someone that's come through our academy. And Djokovic has gone out on loan to Filkia. They're a 2nd-tier side, I believe. So again, it hopefully will be good for him to play regular football. They should all be, for the most part, regular starters for them as well. So they should be playing a lot. So yeah, we'll keep you updated how that goes. But hopefully it'll go very, very well. Now there is one game to catch you up on as well since our last episode. That was in the league against Keflavik, who are of course our local rivals. So let's go see how that went. We took the lead when Huggins crossed for Rocky. Cisse found Dyche in front of goal to make it 2-0. Before an own goal made it 3-0 before half-time. So a really, really good performance, particularly only really in the first half, to be honest. Yeah, we did very, very well. Dyche it was essentially a Dyche goal, that second one. It went in off the defender, but really Dyche was all over him, and it would have been his goal had the defender not stuck a head in front of him. So yeah, really, really happy with it. Bokali maybe a little bit disappointing in this one, but we'll give him that one off. But yeah, you can see this was before we sent a lot of the youngsters out on loan. I don't think we're going to have any issues with squad depth with the players going out on loan, but we'll obviously wait and see. There should be enough cover that we have sort of 2 11s and a couple of others just to fill in for us. But anyway, let's have a look here and see what it does for the league table. 10 points is now the gap. Breeder Blink lost the game. So yeah, with 8 games to go, 10 points up, it appears to just be a matter of time. And it should be, to be honest, because if we go and have a look at league table in terms of budget, I mean, our annual salary dwarfs the rest of the league. I mean, you could probably even add the rest of the league up and it might not quite get to where we are. So yeah, that tells a story, doesn't it? We should be winning by an absolute mile, and in a way it's a good thing that we are. But that is that. Let's go and have a look at what we're doing here against Astana. And you can see a couple of the other games that are taking place at the same time. Shakhtar, of course, who we beat a couple of years ago at this stage. But yeah, we are expecting a 4-3-3 out of them. And the team that we are sending out is Andreasen in goal, Janu, Andreasen, Onana, and Matheson as the back four. Antonio, Turpinson, and Capiello in midfield. Viva and Hutchinson are the wide players. Gadini is the front man. And as usual, we have a very strong-looking bench. Hopefully, none of them will be needed, though. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. Delafeu is obviously the name that we're all going to recognise. Now, he is obviously getting on a little bit. And I think he has slowed down a little bit, but still technically he's going to be very good. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a nervy one. Our home form is important to us. Let's make that count today. And yeah, like I say, I'm fairly sure we beat Astana already. Though I may be mixing them up with Karabag. It doesn't sound like me getting teams mixed up, does it? But yeah, so we'll see how we go here. If we can get a good result, looks like we're at the National Stadium here as well. We will probably get a roof watch momentarily as well. Yeah, so you'd like to think that if we get a good result here, the second leg, not will take care of itself, but a little bit like we saw with Cluj in last episode, where we basically won the tie at home. We just had to go there and not stuff it up, basically, which we managed to do. So yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed. And did we not get a roof watch today? Down in front, mate, down in front. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here, but I'm quietly confident, which is always a dangerous thing, isn't it? Because then you start underestimating teams and not setting things up properly tactically because you think you're going to win and things can go very wrong. But anyway, let's not worry about that. Now, as the transfer window is closed for us, it is still open, obviously, in the rest of Europe. We did get bids for Axel Andreasen, our captain, the centre-back. I think he was from the Middle East, and he was briefly upset at it, and he's the captain, team leader. I just said, mate, we need you to influence in the dressing room. He was all about that. And the other bid that came in was for Gadini. And Delafeu has scored. We were right to be concerned about him, and that is not the start we wanted at home. And indeed, we may well have underestimated, and by we, I mean me, how good this Astana team is going to be. No one went to pick him up, did they? And the Andreasen brothers end up face-to-face blaming each other. Yeah, Gadini had some offers come in, but it didn't reach the 600 grand fee we'd agreed, and he's now happy to stay as well. Turpinson over a free kick. Into the box, Hutchinson has it. Hutchinson gets the cross in, and it is headed away, only as far as Antonio, out to the captain. Antonio, he's bent it around, 6 defenders, and into the back of the net, and that is absolutely brilliant. We needed a nice equalising goal quickly, and we've got it. Didn't have to be a nice one, it had to be an equalising goal. And out to Andreasen, passes it back, and look at this. It's just through a crack. You can see there's like 3 of them lined up in a row. It's like curling in the Winter Olympics, isn't it? Where they sort of there's all the rock things and they just bend it around. It was brilliant. What a goal! And it is 1-1 at half time. So it's decent without being great. Let's say the pressure is off here. Maybe we've got a nervous-looking Matheson. He's now looking happy, so that's good. If we take a bit of pressure off in the second half, hopefully we'll go and put in a little bit better performance. If you're wondering why Hutchinson is playing, as we've got Matheson getting away from a defender there, it goes back to Antonio. It's always a little bit nervy with a defensive midfielder on a booking, but he's never given us a reason not to trust him, so we'll go with it for now. Here we go with the axe, wide there for Hutchinson. Good ball for Gadini, and Gadini gets number 25 of the season. It is 2-1. We've turned it around, and hopefully we can now go on with this in the second half. Yeah, the reason that Hutchinson is playing is that in the league, if we play Hutchinson, Daesh, Huggins, I couldn't find another right back to replace Huggins who wasn't counted as a foreign player, and there's somebody else. We have 4 foreign players basically, so if we play Rocky out there on the left, Hutchinson plays in Europe, then it all kind of works out. The Georgian defender was the other one. So yeah, that is what we've kind of needed to do just to get everybody in the team that we want for the league. It's kind of just to balance out the 2 squads, basically. But particularly with good Nason going out on loan, he was sort of the other option to play wide left. Now Delafeu over a free kick, and that is just over the top. They look dangerous from a set piece, don't they? We might even need to have a look at... I'm wondering, Delafeu playing as a deep-lying forward. We are already playing higher lines. Okay, well then, never mind. Let's give them some more praise. And Capiello wins it back. Back to G menu. Antonio, building from the back. We've got Onana. There he is there. And let's see what we can do. Turpinson, back to Onana. Turpinson, nice ball there for Viva. Viva, is he going to pass it? No, he's not. Gadini was unmarked. Oh, he's so frustrating, is Viva. I wonder if we stick him on support. Turpinson with a free kick. Oh, it's a good save. Gary Turpinson almost with a stunner. Couple of minutes to go. It's 2-1. Can we go and get a third here? It's a good ball, but it's headed away. Capiello's there. Capiello! We've seen him score like that before. And that is just high and wide. Another highlight here. Next goal is huge, isn't it? If it's 3-1, we feel comfortable. If it's 2-2, it's a very nervy 90 minutes coming up in Kazakhstan. Gadini's in. Gadini draws another good save. And there is 2 minutes of added time. And we've got about 45 seconds of those to go. Gadini, nice ball there to find Viva. Now he's in a wide area. Surely he'll pass from here. Surely, oh, it's a cross. And it is blocked. And it is not gone behind. We come back the other way. Matheson goes back and wins the ball nicely. Gadini, surely offside he is. And that might just be that. There's seconds left. And unless we shoot from here, I don't think there's going to be much time for anything else. There it is. So 2-1, we've won the home leg. That's not ideal. We dominated later in that second half, didn't we? But it's not enough. It's not enough. And that chance where Viva just had to lay it across for Gadini, surely that would have been a third. But it's going to be a very nervous 90 minutes in Kazakhstan. So we go away with a lead. It's not a great one. It is a lead, though. 109 passes. Very, very nicely done from Antonio. And, of course, he got a nice goal in there as well. But wait right there, guys. We've got a league game coming up against somebody. I'll play through that, show you the highlights, and then we'll play the second leg. Okay, welcome back, and it's not coming back to good news. Capiello is out 2 to 3 weeks, which means he obviously misses this game coming up, the second leg against Astana, and then potentially will be missing for the next tie as well. Now, we do obviously have Bokali that we've just signed, so he will hopefully be able to come in, but he's still getting to terms with the club, so hopefully he's going to be ready to go. But anyway, there is one game to catch you up on in the league. That was against KA. Let's see if we can continue our march towards a 4th title. We took an early lead when Huggins found Bakali for his first Grindavik goal. And it was 2-0 inside 10 minutes when Olmarkson picked out Rocky's run. So we got the job done inside 10 minutes. Daesh didn't have a great game up front. It was comfortable, to be honest. I mean, you can see they had one shot on target the whole game. We had 28 shots at goal. A little bit concerning we were only able to score twice coming into this one, but we massively underdid our XG almost by half. So, yeah, decent performance, but maybe the finishing just wasn't quite there. But gap at the top is still 10 points even. But back to the job at hand where we need to win in it, or not lose anyway, in Astana. So it's a long, long flight. Iceland to Kazakhstan is probably about as far as it can get in Europe unless you're going to the far side of Russia perhaps. But let's have a look here. We're expecting the same sort of formation, a 4-3-3. And the team we're sending out is obviously changed a little bit now. I'm slightly concerned. Yellow cards for Genu and Antonio. If this was a little bit more comfortable, I would consider resting them, but we can't really do that. We've got to make sure we win this tie. So it's Andreasen in goal, GU, Andreasen, Onana and Matheson as the back four. Antonio, Turpinson and Bakali comes in. Viva, Hutchinson and Gadini is once again the man up front. All right, so we can see the team sheets. It's very similar looking. Delafeu up front is obviously going to be the main threat for us. We've been on a good run lately. There's no complacency. We played better when we took the pressure off them in that first leg, didn't we? We played better second half. So let's try that to start things off with here. And it is a packed house in Astana. So, yeah, well, I wonder if any Grindavik fans have made the trip. That's a hearty fan to do that, isn't it? No doubt there will be one or two, you'd hope. But, yeah, it's a long way to go. But you can see the bench there as well. It's a good-looking bench. Kabawala, you'll notice he's kind of just a little bit out of favour. We can't terminate his loan. I was going to try and save the $5,000 a week in wages with the signings that we've made, primarily the Georgian guy. We don't really need him now, so but we're stuck with him because at the time I don't regret it. As I said, it's a good player to have. As it's turned out, we didn't necessarily need him, but I wasn't expecting to find an 18-year-old Georgian defender that was better. So I mean, it's probably even debatable if he's better, to be honest. But certainly in long term, it should be for the club. Now I did look to see. It was Gary Turpey actually that suggested having a look at his information under his player profile. And Andreasen almost over the bar though. It doesn't say that he's going to be club trained, so maybe he won't be. But I still maintain, either way, he's a good player to have at the club. He's young, he's only going to get better, and we're going to sell him on if we choose to at a big profit. Maybe not Benfica's level of profit for Enzo Fernandez, was it? I forget his name now, that signing for 9 million in the summer. 107 million to Chelsea. That is ridiculous numbers, isn't it? And Gadini just past the post. We could do with a goal just to make it a little bit more comfortable. If they were to get one, then obviously it's a very, very nervous time. He's off. Viva has drawn a foul there. I think he just went in very, very hot, didn't he? And well, there we go. They're down to 10 men, and that should help us. We've got a corner now. Bakali to take into a good area. It's off the crossbar, and Gadini can't miss. Just had to tap it home, and it is now 3-1 on aggregate. Look at that. It's 30 seconds over the allotted time, so that will be doing the Astana manager's head in. Good header originally from Antonio, I think it was. And off the crossbar, Gadini, like I say, couldn't miss. And there we go. So we have got a lead on the night, a 2-goal lead on aggregate, and we will definitely be wanting to say they're a man down, don't let your performance levels drop. And I'm wondering at this point how comfortable we feel with this lead to start protecting a couple of players from potential suspension. G-Menu's already going to get one, so there's no point protecting him. What we might do here then is we'll bring on the Georgian, we'll take off Antonio, and we'll move Junior Onana forward, who should be able to do a decent job in that same role. But yeah, unfortunately, too late for Genu. It's going to be Collar coming in to start the first leg of the next time, whether it's in Champions League or Europa League. Hopefully, at this point, you'd be disappointed if we weren't able to see this out and get to the playoff. Here we go. Hutchinson's in and puts it over the top. Oh no, it's a corner. So good defending, perhaps you would say. Then Bakali to take another one. It didn't dawn on me how short he was. Oh, and Andreasen has got his 4th of the season. Bakali with the assist. That'll be that. And we can kind of cruise through this rest of this second leg now, I would imagine. But yeah, he's 164 centimeters tall. Feet and inches, I'm not completely sure what that is, but I'm about 6 foot, and I think I'm 182 centimeters. So he's a good 20 centimeters shorter than me, which is what, almost a ruler's length. So yeah, he's probably about shoulder height on me. So he's a little shorty. Now, in terms of other changes we'd like to make here, let's just wait and see what becomes of this highlight. We do have a young striker on the bench that has come through the academy. It might be worth potentially resting Gadini. Turpinson wins it back nicely. Matheson, it's blocked, but we go again. Viva back for Matheson. Cross comes in. It's a free header. And was it Gadini that missed it? We've got a little bit of time here. Yeah, we've got this guy on the bench, so we might give him a little bit of game time here. I think he has played before. I don't think we're giving him a Champions League debut. But anyway, I'm fairly confident that we're not going to have to worry, especially if they're down to 10 men. And if we are conceding goals, it's not going to be the striker's fault, is it? Here we go. Genu coming forward now. Gets it in towards the striker. Oh, it's drawn a very good save. I can't say that name. Absolutely no chance. Let's go with Sigtrygson. We'll go with Sigfrey. And head it away there. That is the end of that highlight. We're coming up towards the point where if we're going to give players experience, they need to get a match rating, which means they need to come on before the 75th minute, I believe. So we're getting to the point where we need to make changes, and he's had another chance. I really hope he doesn't score, actually, because I don't know how to say his name. All right, what can we do here? Let's get some players on. We had Bakali play against, he played in the league, so let's get all marks it on for a little bit of time here. And is there anybody else that's particularly young? Kambwala could probably do with a little bit of game time just to keep his match sharpness up, so we'll make that change as well. And that should be that. I mean, he doesn't need it for development, but if we are to get an injury, he will probably play in Europe because I think I took him out of the league squad. So we'll need Bergson and our Georgian to play in the league. So Kemwala will have to come in and play in Europe. So it's a good idea to give him some game time here. There's a good pass. Well, I'll tell you what, Onana's done a decent job, hasn't he? And, well, Archinson's just offside, but the young striker there has done okay. We've got another corner. Hutchinson to take. It's into a good area, and Junior Onana has a third of the season. I don't remember him scoring before, but anyway, he's got a third of the season. It's 3-0 on the night. It is 5-1 on aggregate, and we've definitely been helped by the fact they've gone down to 10 men, but you get the feeling we were going to be the better team on this night anyway. So it's all looking very, very nice indeed. And as time ticks away, it's been a much more Grindavik kind of performance, hasn't it? 60-odd% possession, lots of chances, and not many of them taken. But we have got through to the playoff round. That means we have got the 3.5 million for getting that far. So this is all going very, very nicely indeed. Thank you very much. So a bit of a shame we're going to be missing. Jan Yu for the next one. We'll see who we get momentarily. We've got 86 grand, and it is Celtic. So that is going to be a tough one, isn't it? They are currently in the Premiership, as you would expect. Doesn't look like we have the Scottish League loaded, which might be a good thing. In terms of players, do we recognise anybody there? There's a few names I recognise. Obviously, we'll give them a scout as best we can in the next, probably got a week or so before the game. So, yeah, Onana did quite well, both defensively and then when he stepped forward, looked like he is more than capable of filling in that role for us if needed. So that's a good thing to have. There's Jan Yu is suspended, so that's a little bit of a shame, but it'll just be the first leg, and we'll go from there. And it looks as though the first leg is once again at home. So not ideal, perhaps, but we will do with that as match preview. We'll try and get a result at home, then go to Celtic Park and see it through. But anyway, guys, let me know how you think we're going to get on in that one. And that will be next episode. If you've enjoyed this one, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And we come straight back, as it turns out. So we've got a week off. We'll get everybody fit, firing, ready to go. Hopefully, we're going to make the Champions League. Take care.